Welcome back, everybody. Let's get started. Where we left off, we were escaping the mines.
Ganymede Castle, stronghold of Lord Balsef, self-imposed ruler of all Calaglia.
I've never seen it from this close before.
That's it, all right. And next to it are the gates of fire. Take a good long look while you still can. That wall is what we've come to tear down. The only thing standing between us and freedom.
Freedom.
Let's go.
Alright,
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
During combat, press options while on menu to change your character control mode. Semi-auto automatically moves until in attack range. Manual, full control. Auto fights based on set strategy. Semi-auto mode is designed for players who only wish to casually dabble in combat. I think I have it set to manual.
You're surrounded. Just stay calm. Don't let them form a path.
Rising Wyvern! Strike!
Mega Ray! Here I come!
Here I come! Rising
You're not
Wyvern!
giving up now, are you?
No.
One final
To let
push.
it end like
Right. Give them all we got.
no escape!
Man, the game sounds loud as shit.
Talent storm. Touch cannon.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation!
I'll run you through. Knock them. Everything's coming up, Zephyr. Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Hopefully the game volume's not too loud. Some life bottles.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Resting in a campground will restore parties' HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you have previously viewed.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But...
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, That's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
A Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Dahnan agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Dahnans?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr?
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
Rest.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renins are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renin ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renin motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renins can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are two things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renin have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renin. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the two of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together we'll overthrow the Renin lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
Sounds like a whole lot of not fun.
I've got to hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
I hate camping out.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
What's this thing?
Apple gel. Apple flavored medicine gel that restores 400
What's this
HP.
thing? That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can
Oh,
take
hell
it right
no.
now.
Giant sangles roam around certain areas. They're very hard to fight.
We've just made it to Ulzebek.
That doesn't look like fun.
I'll take you all on.
Mega ray!
I'm not. You're surrounded. Just stay calm.
Only getting started.
Rising Wyvern. Guess we gotta roll with it.
Here, let me
You're
out.
mine. You're finished.
Did you just heal me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Here I come. You're finished.
Here I go.
You're on.
It's over.
How's this? Take this. See ya.
There, help!
I'm not done.
Here's a
Take
healing
this.
arc.
I'm on it. Try harder. That is coming. Strike. Rising Wyvern. You're finished.
Sighted. You're mine.
Take this.
One more. Mega ray. I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Normally
Here's
I
a
don't
healing
pick on
arc.
the weak.
First
I
aid.
owe you one. The target is Shion.
Sighted. I'm only getting started.
Take this. You're finished.
Here's a healing arc.
Here I come.
First aid.
You're finished. Take
Mega
this.
ray.
It's over. Rising Wyvern. Here I come. You're finished. See ya. You're on. Talon sword.
Mine.
Touch. You're mine. It's over.
How's this? Mega
Take
ray.
this. Strike. Everything's coming up, Zephyr.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Dogtail resembles of a wise noble Shiba Inu that, when combined with a set of ears, makes it tempting to run around them, barking everywhere.
Woohoo!
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl.
And
They're often
owl
used
is
as a
can be
symbol
found
to
roosting
represent
in hidden
ancient
spots
Dahna.
throughout the land. There may be something in for adventures. Choose to track them down.
Gotta break through.
There!
Here I
got
come.
it.
You're finished.
Mega ray!
I'll run you through. You're mine.
Mega
Here I come. You're finished. You're on. Strike. Here I come. You're finished. Take this. It's over.
sighted. I'm only getting started.
Here I come.
There! Got it.
Here I come. That was almost too easy.
Pulls it back.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renin guardsmen.
The Renins aren't as populous as the Dahnans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr! Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. And I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Most of the other Dahnans don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and pretend they don't notice.
What about the Renan soldiers? Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line. You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of Renan rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay?
Probably some dorky ass outfit too.
Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Dahna outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Alright, where do we go?
What's this doing here? Nath, we need your help.
Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Hey.
He sent us. He heard you might be a little short-handed. Say that. Didn't think he'd send over the Iron Mask himself, though. That's a Bright Eyes with you. Sure we can really trust her. She's on our side. Zephyr can vouch for her. Zephyr's good with her, then I guess we don't have a problem. What the hell? The name's Dyron. I'm the one who runs this lodge. This is a lodge, but we already have our own beds. We don't sleep on straw and rock-hard dirt around here. Crimson Crows, their fair share of folks who are either knocking on death's door or can otherwise move around openly. This is what this place is here for, to give people a place to rest up properly before they head off to a fight. Everybody needs their rest.
I guess.
What do you want us to do then? Need you to help haul in some cargo. I have some friends who are on their way to collect it from our hideout in Zeon Mine. The mines, is that really such a good idea after the Renans snuffed the place out? Valuable items, people risk their lives together. We need to get at least some of them back. They should be down around the Sandeas Ravine at this point. Meet up with them and help bring the supplies back to this lodge. You're welcome to use the facilities if you need us to as well. I'll let you sleep here for free. Supply procurement. Talking to someone with a letter icon will start a subquest. Clearing these subquests will earn you rewards, and you can accept as many of them as you like. You can also check each of their objectives. Activity records.
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
Alright, we're gonna wrap up here. I'll have more episodes for you later. Thanks.